Very proud of it. So, as I mentioned at the outset, a lot of success in getting into college is predicated on how well you package yourself, in the same way how well a product sells is based on its packaging. I used to tell a quick story about how my son pitched a fit because his mom used to only give him baby Tylenol, which came in a certain package. And one day we were in CVS and I said, "Look, Jake, the generic brand." Look, Jake, to like a 10-year-old or however old he was. Same active ingredient, same percentage, and look, it's half the price. And pitched a fit. He's like, "No, I need that one." And it was 100% packaging. So the point is, so many students can have pretty much, and when I say pretty much, with millions of kids applying to college every year, and literally north of six figures, over 100,000 applying to individual schools and tens of thousands commonplace. There's going to be kids who look, smell, taste just like you. They got the same GPA. They have similar ACT or SAT scores. They have a nice set of activities. They found some teachers to say some nice things about themselves or about them, etc. Right? With the numbers that big, there's going to be, so some get in, some don't. What is that? What pushes you over the fence? In many cases, it's the packaging. So this is a process of trying to package all these things that comprise a high school career into the slots available in the CommonApp website form. So just to quickly run through them, I'll go clockwise. So school year activities, these are in no particular order. I'll get to that. Courses, outside reading, studies, and interests. Standardized test scores can play a role optionally, but highly recommended for top tier schools. Research, outside that you already get credit for in courses. Essays and project that you're proud of. Athletics, team sports, exercise regimen all have a place in a college application in 2024. Community service and volunteering, very important. I would recommend you must have one of those. Values and beliefs are sometimes incorporated. They don't have to be, but there's certainly a space for them, especially like with Jesuit schools. Love to hear about that. Summer activities, jobs, and whether they're summer jobs or school year jobs or some combination, and wild card other. Whatever your wild card other, something that makes you weird, idiosyncratic. You do you. When your freak flag flies, that's within reason. Like, for example, I had a student who ended up at Northeastern who had a great hobby. He invented himself of turning quarters into jewelry, specifically rings. And he wrote his college essay about it and, how he came to it. I don't remember all the details. So it was a banging essay. And I remember the first line of it. Always a good idea to have a pop-in, memorable first line. This is many years later. It began, "George Washington's face is melting, and I'm smiling." And he went on to tell the story of his jewelry hobby. Okay, so the question is, how do you get all that stuff into the slots? How do you package it in the CommonApp? And that's to take some understanding of the form, and how it's not a free form. One day probably will be. Send us a video or what. But right now there are slots to fill. So that's what I'm here to try to help you figure out. So